Slinging web around skyscrapers in Manhattan and taking Rhino in a cage are two awesome things you want in a Spider-Man game. The slinging web might haven't given it away, but that was Spider-Man 2, a game which came out on PS2 in 2004. Few Spider-Man titles have come close to being that great, but hopefully that will change soon. So before moving on, be sure to hit that subscribe button for some awesome videos and turn on the notifications to stay up to date with our videos. And if you're watching this on our Facebook page, then click the link to jump onto our YouTube channel and subscribe to our channel. 2018 is an amazing year for games, as there are many games which are mostly anticipated for. Even though people are waiting for games like Far Cry 5, God of War, Last of Us 2, Red Dead Redemption, etc. But there is another game everyone wants to play. Yes, that's the Spider-Man game. The Insomniac developed Spider-Man is one of the most anticipated game out this year, and it has the potential to be a fantastic licensed adventure, something that doesn't happen very often with games based on superheroes. But with an experienced team at the helm, it's seriously possible. Spider-Man is known for a few major powers: his web slinging, wall crawling, and spidey sense. Luckily, we've already seen a fantastic portrayal of swinging through New York. No one who loves Spider-Man 2 is gonna be able to play it for the first time again, said William Armstrong, one of the developers on the 2007 Spider-Man 3 game. But the other huge part of Spider-Man's power set is the spidey sense. The spidey sense has done the same way in most Spider-Man games. A single button trigger along with the bullet time feature, putting the combat into slow motion. It has been used in dozens of games including Red Dead Redemption and Max Payne. Bullet time was kinda cliche, even though it was perfect within our scopes. It's like in the Avengers Infinity War trailer where the hair goes up on Holland's arm. I don't know how to bring that feeling to the game, said Jamie Frystrom, one of the original developers behind Spider-Man 2. Bullet time doesn't fit Spidey sense well, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a better option with a modern hardware. Batman Arkham Asylum's detective mode would transfer well into something more action-oriented for the wall crawler. It would be like the detective mode in Rocksteady games. You can see through walls but not from a stealth point of view, Armstrong said. It's basically eye in the back of your head so you can see what's coming before it actually does. Peter Parker is a huge part of Spider-Man's story, and yet he has been never a big part of the games. It's a huge piece that the game have never done well, Armstrong says. If you're going to all the trouble of making a living, breathing Manhattan, you should be able to walk through it at the ground floor and experience it. Any convincing story will need to include the Peter Parker side of the web slinger, including his life story as a nerdy loner high schooler who's trying to make things work. Playing as Peter Parker would be an awesome thing, but it needs to have a flexible narrative. More than just a quick side mission, said Frystrom. Playing as Peter Parker could give a break from the exploration and combat we've seen from most of the open world games, and instead of focusing on a unique part of Spider-Man's story. That could include stealth missions where Peter Parker needs to avoid being identified as Spider-Man, or trying to play it cool with Mary Jane, or something far more narrative focused where your choice actively affects the outcome of the plot. Now, according to Armstrong, with that diversity in mind, the ideal Spider-Man game would have a completely different approach to how games handle villains. Villains are never dead, never defeated in the comics. It's always funny how you fight the Rhino once and then it's done. Previously, titles have used most bad guys once and then never returned them back, which always felt like missed potential with an open world game that needs interesting side missions. Villains like Kraven, Carnage, and Sandman offers a great opportunities for developers to introduce unique areas. Creating a zoo for Kraven or a fluid landscape for Sandman to manipulate are just few examples with a lot of potential. No matter which villain it is, the real focus needs to be on Spider-Man and the city he's been protecting for last 56 years. An open world needs to reflect that the hero saves it. The New York of Marvel is just full of every other superhero, and the city gets attacked by some weirdos in costume at least every 4 minutes, I think so, said Armstrong, capturing it. That feeling is difficult, but it's worth it. So I'll definitely try this game out, and there are some other awesome games coming up this year. Man, I can't wait for it. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for some awesome videos, and turn on the notifications to stay up to date with our videos. And if you're watching this on our Facebook page, then click the link to jump onto our YouTube channel and subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys later.